Season two's underway here for the Indian River Sharks. Season one, we only won 2 games, so we're on the hunt to do better than that. But week one didn't really go as we planned here, as we end up dropping to the Miami Hurricanes 37-3. But that was a lot closer than we expected. Next up was the Florida Gators. We dropped this game 45-10. And then we finally got our first victory over in-state rival FIU, as we're getting into conference play now here in episode number 2. But first, we got to take on San Diego State and hopefully beat the Aztecs. This game here is one that we shouldn't probably win, but we're going to try to compete. I really think this year we're going to be a bowl-eligible team. That's my goal, and I have a lot of really strong feelings about that. I think we added a ton of good players in the transfer portal, and I think we're going to be able to make a big impact. That was a big play there on Dangle, their starting quarterback, to get him down as they go back to the ground game. And we had 3 guys there to swarm and take him down. It's already 3rd down and 11 for the Aztecs. Dangle's going to take a deep shot. It's up there, and he fitted in. Quandale Russell also got shaken up, but what a throw. You know, Jason Prevard just couldn't hang up with him there as Dangle steps up in the pocket, takes off, picks up 4. That was a nice tackle by Jaron Gilmore. 2nd down, they go back to the ground game. Nice spin and another 1st down. Our defense is getting cut through right now like warm butter as they go to the outside on the ground. We got nobody over there. Touchdown, Aztecs. They're going to take the early 7-0 lead here today. We need our offense to answer because I really do not feel confident about our defense so far. Keenan Mills was really good for us last week in our victory over FIU, but to be honest with you, he's been really up and down as a true freshman, but Aquan Benjamin's been a great get in the backfield, or I should say development. We've had him on the roster as we go back to him on 2nd down. This time he got taken down for a 2-yard loss, so on 3rd down, we're going to go to the play action game. There's pressure all over Mills. We are so lucky that didn't get picked. We already got to punt the ball back to the Aztecs. Now let's see if our defense can step up. Prevard got beat again. That was a pretty easy completion for a 1st down, but they did lose an offensive tackle to injury. And, you know, hopefully that'll help us out as Dangle goes underneath, tight end breaks the tackle. Lewis Carter just got out of position and gave up that 1st down. Back to the ground game here, and this time we are all over him. But he did fight and pick up 4. I didn't think he was going to get anything on that play. 3rd and 4, though. They got a clean pocket here, and Dangle takes a shot, and it's broken up, incomplete. They're going to have to settle for a 53-yard field goal that is up and good. Aztecs got the 10-0 lead here today. Our offense has got to wake it up as Keenan Mills gets that ball swatted down. 2nd down again, we're looking to pass underneath. This time we find DJ Dash. That's a solid pickup. That'll make it very manageable on 3rd down here, as Mills is going to go underneath again, and we're going to find a Measy for the 1st down. Nice pickup. That's exactly what this offense is designed around, as Mills this time going to his tight end. That's Zach Ward with the 1st down, fighting down to the 41-yard line. Big play here for the offense. That's what we're going to need to keep up with the Aztecs today. I think this is going to be a high-scoring affair as Keenan Mills takes a shot and delivers a nice throw to Quincy Porter. He just couldn't quite come down with it. 3rd down and 10 now, and he misses Ward. That's on Mills. We're going to go for it, though. We're in kind of no man's land as we got DJ Dash, and we just miss him. That's a bad throw by Keenan Mills, and the Aztecs are going to take over here with pretty good field position, as that's a big throw, and Jaden Dangle is going to set him up at the 25-yard line. Dangle feeling pressure going down. It's 3rd and 16. Damian Hooks made the play. This true freshman's been a find, and he plays on the inside on pass rushing situations, and he has been good, but Dangle is going to convert that one, and that's another big throw, setting up 1st and goal. Dangle underneath, broken up. Nice play there by Kerr, our top corner. 2nd and goal, play action, and down goes Dangle. That's Lewis Carter, our star linebacker, getting in there and getting the big sack, hopefully helping us hold them to 3 as they're going to go to the play action game. Dangle taking a shot to the end zone, and we had nobody there. We got beat. That's on, I think, Prevard once again. That's going to give the San Diego State Aztecs a 17-0 lead. And if our offense can't answer, we could be in trouble here in the 1st quarter. Mills is passing again. We're a little too pass heavy, but it's working. We find DJ Dash. Good pickup there. 2nd down here. Again, passing underneath. 1st down to Amizi. That was a nice throw and catch there. We're going to use a little bit of motion, get Aquan Benjamin another carry. He shows off some good athleticism, but they bottled him up on that cut. Second down, RPO. This time we go to Quincy Porter, and it doesn't work out. It's already 3rd down and 5 here. Dash in motion. We're going to go underneath, give him a catch and run situation. Nice juke to the inside and a first down. Big play for the Sharks. That's exactly what we're looking for out of this offense. We got to go quick and underneath, and we got to hope to be able to run the ball, which hasn't been good today. That's a deep shot down the field, and what a catch by Quincy Porter for the touchdown. Keenan Mills just laid it up there. It was a little underthrown, but that was excellent ball tracking skills there by our top receiver. But San Diego State's going to get moving again immediately on their next drive with a big completion. This time they go out there in an RPO, pick up about 6 to end the first quarter. It's been a high-flying first quarter of action here. It is 17-7. Jaden Dangle's been darn near unstoppable. And, you know, Keenan Mills showed a little bit of them freshman inconsistencies in his game, but we get lucky here. Dangle had another wide open receiver and missed him, bringing up 3rd and 4. This time Dangle's just got to lay it in there, and he does. But we get back up to it and break it up, forcing a punt. That's an excellent play right there by Jason Prevard, and, you know, that's exactly what we need. Backed up now on 1st and 14. We're going to go to the ground game. Aquan Benjamin, nice run up the middle. That's a good carry there, making it 2nd and medium as we go back to Benjamin. He's going to work his way through traffic, only pick up a couple. But 3rd and 3, we can run or pass, which is what we need as we go to the screen game and we get nothing. So we got to punt it away. We're going to jump ahead here in the second quarter. We got the ball once again. We're going to go underneath Quincy Porter. Catch and run. Big first down. Look at that juke. And he hits the gas. He is gone. Touchdown, Sharks. It is 17-14. That's a huge play by Quincy Porter, man. He is so fast and big. You just got to give him a chance, man. Really love this guy. As we go underneath to Amizi here. Jumping ahead again. And our offense, we're trying to get it going. Our defense has really stepped up. We got back-to-back 3-and-outs as we go to Amizi there. Unfortunately, we don't get the first down. So the minute 12 left in the half, the Aztecs have a chance to answer. And that is exactly what Dangle's going to do. He finds his top receiver, second receiver, wears number 48. Awful number choice. I'm just going to be honest with you there. Making this a 24-14 game. We got a Hail Mary chance before halftime. We go underneath. It's picked. If DJ Dash doesn't run him down, this is going to be a touchdown. And I don't know if he's going to be able to do it, but he does. We barely keep him out of the end zone, keeping this score just a little bit closer as we head into halftime. Honestly, our quarterbacks look pretty good today. I got to give Mills a lot of credit. He's been a good player. He did have that interception at the end of the half that nearly cost us 7 points, but thankfully it didn't matter. It's 3rd and 9 here in the third quarter as we get a big sack, and once again, it's Amani Nagy getting in there and getting him down. Jumping further ahead here, it's 3rd down and 10. They got a wide open receiver, and that's a big pass for the first down. The Aztecs are set up at about the 11 now as Dangle's going to pull it on a read option. We are all over it, backing them up to 2nd down and 11. We need our defense to stand tall here if we have any shot at coming back, as that's a nice run up the middle. Lewis Carter couldn't quite get him down. Setting up 3rd and 3, though. Dangle to the end zone, and he misses. We're going to hold him to 3. This is actually a really big drive here. It keeps it a 2-touchdown game, making this score 27-14. So if we can hold him out of the end zone, we've got a shot. But we got to keep our offense going. It's 3rd down and 3. We're going to delay and hand it off to Aquan Benjamin, who hits the gas. He has nobody around him. He's to the 20, 15, and he's knocked out of bounds. If he didn't have to slow down and keep his balance on the sideline, I think that's a touchdown, as we're going to go right back to him. He gets the edge once again, and he is in. Touchdown, Sharks. This is a 6-point ball game. It's as close as we've been all day. We got to have our defense stand tall here. And unfortunately, on this next drive, they really heaven as it's 1st and 10 from about the 25-yard line. 2nd down here. They're going to go back to the screen game. We're right there, and we missed the tackle with Davian Kerr. We give up the first down. That feels like a big missed opportunity, and then Carter just dives. You know, that's on me at the beginning of the play. I was trying to sub somebody out. 2nd and 5. They're going to go to the RPO. We read it perfectly, and that play went nowhere. Big 3rd down and 5 here. It'll still make it a 2-score game, but it keeps it really manageable, but we can't hold them out. Davy and Kerr got beat to the inside. Touchdown, San Diego State. They're going to go for two, and that play was just awful. It was dead in the water. As the third quarter comes to an end here, we're down pretty big. We still need two scores. It's 33-21, but we went 4 and out, and San Diego State has great starting position as they pick up 3 here on the ground. I think we basically put our defense in an impossible situation here. We probably should have punted on the last drive. But, you know, I just got too aggressive and I didn't feel like our defense could stop them. And that's kind of making me look foolish here as we hold them to what'll likely be 3 if they can hit this field goal. The kick's up and it's wide left. This score is going to remain 33-21. And it makes me look foolish for going for it. But we do the same thing on the next drive and get nothing as they go to the ground game. And again, another strong stiff arm. And that's an Aztec touchdown. This score is getting out of hand. It's 40-21. You know, like I said, we got too aggressive in this game. I think I really felt the pressure to try to come back sooner than I probably should have, and it put us in a bad situation. San Diego State got in field goal range again, making it 43-21 here today. We're just trying to add some points here late and get some confidence as Mills is going to take a shot to the end zone. That's broken up. 3rd down and 5 here. Let's see if we can get some more points. It's the closest we've been since our last score. Nice catch and a good play. I think that was Scruggs on the reception there. 1st and goal, Mills on the move, and he throws it in the coverage. That should have been picked. Setting up 2nd and goal, Aquan Benjamin, play action underneath, and that's dropped by Zach Ward. That's the type of day we had here. It's 3rd down and goal. Mills has got his man. That's Aquan Benjamin for the touchdown. But nope, he dropped it, so we got to go for it on 4th and goal. We find Broussard, and he finally holds on. We had 2 touchdowns there that we just couldn't come down with. It was that type of day for the Sharks offense. I don't think we were near as bad as we looked, as we're going to go for 2 here just to make the score a little closer. We get it to DJ Dash. 43-29 is going to be your final here. I got aggressive too early in this game. You heard me talk about it already, but this game, you know, I didn't have a lot of confidence coming in that we were actually going to be able to win this one. I just think I made some crucial mistakes that really hurt us. I do think our offense looked really good, but we got to recommit to the ground game. I think we're getting away from it a little too often, and we're not quite ready yet to be this pass happy. I think Keenan Mills has some traits that are less than desirable, if I'm being honest with you. Like, I do think he's a good quarterback, but he doesn't have the strongest arm. His accuracy and ball placement's really off at times. And, you know, that does hurt the offense. It hurts the rhythm. Easy completions just get dirted in front of the receivers sometimes. So I think that's kind of a big issue that we're having right now. And it's leading to some dysfunction on our offense. Aquan Benjamin was good. We had a ton of receptions through the air by Amizi today. On defense, Nagy had 4 TFLs. Carter had 4 TFLs. Ratliff had 3. Hooks had 2. We had a bunch of sacks. Ratliff, Hooks, Carter, and Nagy all got a sack. We didn't get any turnovers, which really isn't all that shocking. Jason Pavard had a couple nice pass deflections, and Kerr added 1 as well. I think our defense played as well as they could. The score got run up late, but that was really on me for our play calling. Next up, we got Middle Tennessee State in a game that, once again, we probably shouldn't win. They're the better team. But I do feel pretty confident coming into this first CUSA or second CUSA matchup. We already took on FIU. I think we're going to be able to maybe surprise in this game. I'm not saying I think we're going to win because I think they're the better team, but I think we're going to be able to keep this score close, and we're going to compete with Middle Tennessee State here today. Their best player is Jaden Creedle. He is a great running back. We're going to have to watch out for him. Already over 600 yards, 8 touchdowns. But they're going to open up through the air here. 1st and 10. They got a wide open receiver who just drops it. That is not a good look for our defense as they go underneath, and that's a nice tackle. Nowhere to go. I think that was Lewis Carter who made the play, bringing up 3rd down and 4, and that's going to be completed for the 1st down right in front of Jason Pavard, keeping this Raiders drive going as their quarterback's going to pull and run on a read option. Luckily, Webb gets over there and takes him down, but that's a huge play. I didn't really expect that out of them as they go down the field, and again, they get another nice, easy completion. Back to the ground game here, and this time we can't run him down again, and he breaks the tackle. Finally, we get him to the ground, but that's a big 7-yard pickup. Our defense is looking really sketchy here early in this game as it's 1st and goal following a short completion. To the ground game here to Creedle, and we are all over it, bottling him up, setting up 2nd and goal. They're going to toss it to the receiver, and we were not ready for that. Touchdown for the Raiders. I think we're going to be in trouble against these guys, and I know they're the Blue Raiders, but I'm not going to have time to say it all day. Looking at Keenan Mills, 6 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, 1,100 yards, 58.8% completion percentage. He's been actually kind of disappointing. Like I said, too many turnovers. I think he has a bigger arm than he has at times, and it leads to some tough throws on his behalf, like that one there that was just floated up and should have been fired in, and it would have been completed if he had a stronger arm, in my opinion. But on third down, we go to Benjamin, and he can't convert. We are going to go for it here on 4th and inches, though. Probably a little crazy, but I already didn't think we could win this matchup, and that is a terrible decision by true freshman quarterback Keenan Mills. I mean, what are you doing there, dude? You can't lose more yards than you already have. As the Raiders are set up in great field position, that's an easy first down. Back to the ground game here to Creedle, and we are all over it, backing him up. They had nowhere to go. 2nd and 14, they're going to go to the ground game again to Creedle, and he is bottled up. 3rd down and 16 here. Our defense is held strong. There's no quitting these guys as they're going to go to the end zone, and that's broken up. That was Prevard in coverage. That's going to set up like a 32-yard field goal that is up and good for the Blue Raiders. That'll only give them a 10-0 advantage, which is really good considering my terrible decision on the first drive. Benjamin bottled up again here, 2nd down, looking to pass. Mills into coverage, broken up or just missed. That'll force a 3rd down and 11. We're going to have to put the pass on the money here as that's going to come up short. And again, we're going to go for it. I'm feeling aggressive when I play this game. It's been well over a month since I played it, so I don't know why I was this aggressive, but at least we got the conversion here. Mills on the move out to the left here, fire into the flats, easy completion to him, easy, pick up 7 yards. Back to the ground game. Aquan Benjamin can't get the edge and loses yards. That'll set up 3rd down and 8 here. Mills underneath, and Amizi's going to convert and get us that 1st down. That's a really big play for this offense. Keenan Mills is just going to run it up the middle. Juke's a little bit too early there, but we do pick up 5. 2nd down, out wide, and Quincy Porter can't hold on to that one. That sets up a 3rd and medium as we go underneath. Zach Ward, easy pitch and catch, 1st down for the Sharks. 28 seconds left. It's a screen, and it went nowhere. Terrible play call once again. Last play of the first quarter, Aquan Benjamin gets a carry, and he's bottled up. Our offense didn't really look good in the first quarter, if I'm being honest with you. If Middle Tennessee State would have had to drive further on their second drive, they'd have way more yards than us. But it's a 3rd and 10 as we open up the second quarter, and it's broken up. That's going to force a 4th and 10, but this is a good situation to go for it, in my opinion. I'm not even being too aggressive. We just couldn't convert. They were all over us. So the Raiders again stop us on 4th down. Let's see if our defense can continue to hold strong as that's a deep shot down the field. Big pass breakup by Davian Kerr. Nice play. 2nd and 10 again, play action. Looking like they want to really target deep as we are all over him. He just throws it away. 3rd down now. Let's see if our defense can get off the field here, not allowing points. And of course not. They leave a guy wide open for a huge play down to the 36 or 37-yard line. That sets the Raiders up in great field position as Creedle picks his way through the middle of our defense and gets another 1st down. Right back to Creedle. This time he had nowhere to go. We got him. That was Woods there getting him down. 2nd and 12. Really clean pocket here. They're going to fire it out to the flats, and we're over it. We're all over it. 3rd and 8. Now let's see if our defense can hold them to 3. And unfortunately, we get beat again by number 2 across the middle of the field, setting up 1st and goal here. Creedle gets the carry, and Creedle walks in. Touchdown, Middle Tennessee State. We've made plenty of mistakes in this game so far, but they're clearly the better team. Our defense doesn't even stand up as Tavana Meezy's going to take off on a screen pass. That's a huge play all the way down to the 26-yard line. That shows his lack of elite athleticism, though. He should have been gone there against a group of 5 opponent here, even though we're in the group of 5. I just think a 4-star should be better, and that is we get the ball to Quincy Porter there. And Aquan Benjamin had nowhere to go. They were all over him on that one. 2nd down, Benjamin getting another carry, bottled up. It's 3rd and long. It's all on Keenan Mills' shoulder, and I don't think he's going to be able to fit it in there. DJ Dash can't hold on to it. We're going to have to settle for 3, which is an adventure with our kicker, but it's up and it's good. The Sharks are on the board. It's 17-3. We still got a fighting chance in this one, but we're just going to jump ahead here to the end of the second quarter. This field goal's up and good. Middle Tennessee State's going to take a 20-3 lead here as we head into halftime. They've been clearly the better team in this game so far. I don't think it's worth spending a ton of time unless we can get it tighter towards the end. We might just as well advance through it. As here in the third quarter, Mills looking to pass, has a guy open, or so we thought. Ward wasn't open. That was an interception. Luckily, he makes the tackle, but our defense, again, is set up in terrible field position. That's been the story of this episode so far. Keenan Mills making mistakes, and our defense having some horrible field position to deal with. They are going to check it down here, and this time they won't convert. So they got to settle for a three-point attempt that is up and good, giving them a 23-3 lead, but there's a flag on the Sharks. That is going to give them a first down here. We held him to 3, and we made a crucial mistake running into the kicker and roughing him. So on first and goal, it's not Creedle in the game, but it doesn't matter. Touchdown for the Blue Raiders. They extend this lead up. Now it's 27-3. And that's embarrassing as the third quarter comes to the end. You know, it's been a really bad game for this team, and I'm very disappointed with our performance. We're better than this, in my opinion, as they go to Creedle on the ground here in the fourth quarter, and that's Creedle going in for another touchdown. 34-3 is your score here. The Blue Raiders, this time we get a stop, force a fumble. Andrew Woods with the recovery. This could be a big man touchdown, but he has 30 yards to go. And I don't see anybody there as we cross the goal line. Touchdown, Sharks. You don't get to see many big men like me crossing the goal line holding the ball. You love to see it when it happens. It's 34-10. Maybe that'll spark some sort of late rally as we got 3 minutes left. DJ Dash with a nice juke. He hits the gas and he is gone. Touchdown, Sharks. It's suddenly a much closer score than this ball game should be. It's 34-17. 49 seconds left. We're trying to add points late. We go out there. Zach Ward, nice reception, and he powers his way in. Touchdown, Sharks. This game is not over. Even though I feel like it was over a long time ago, you know, it's 10 points, but some miracles can happen. It starts with this onside kick. We got to recover it to have a shot, and we don't. 34-24 is going to be your final here today. This was a really, really tough game for our defense. Our offense scored a bunch of points late, and I think Middle Tennessee State just kind of opened some lanes and let us take some stuff late in the game because they thought they had it won already. And, I mean, they did. We weren't able to come back, but them 21 late points at least gave us a little bit of momentum heading into the next game. Hopefully we don't squander that momentum and we're able to capture it. We got to quit making mistakes early because they're really hurting us, man. It's been like the biggest thing about this season, and especially this stretch of this episode, we've given our defense terrible starting field position way too often with being too aggressive, with turnovers, and just big mistakes. And then our defense, you know, we held them, and then special teams allows them to get extra possession there, steal it because we roughed them on a kick, and that led to a touchdown. This game overall just wasn't a good showing from the Sharks. We do have one more game in this episode for you. And I think, you know, I'm going to miss doing these post-com like I'm doing right now. We're going to interject that real quick if you're still sticking around. I'm going to go to live-com. We have one more episode of post-com. It's going to be 2 games. And then after that, I'm going to try out live-com because I want to get these episodes out quicker for y'all. We got Kennesaw State here to finish up this episode, and this is a game I absolutely think we can win. We're the better team, and I'm excited to take them on. Like I said, just to finish my thoughts though, we're going to go to live com, and I'm going to warn you, it could be a little rough at first. I'm going to do my best, but hopefully we are able to do a smooth transition and it doesn't hurt this series too much. You guys let me know down in the comments, you know, how you guys feel about that. I'm going to go to probably 2 games an episode with my live com. As you can see, Kennesaw State dominated us last year. This year, we're coming out for revenge. We're the better team. We're going to open up on the ground to Aquan Benjamin, second down here. We got DJ Dash wide open for the first down out to the 40-yard line. Good play here by the Sharks. Back to the ground game. Aquan Benjamin runs into his blocker. He's got to quit doing that. He needs to improve his vision. 2nd and 8 here. Back to the ground game. Aquan Benjamin, unblocked defender right there in the hole. You can't do anything. He still gets 3 yards, but that's a big mistake for us as we're going to go out to the flats, and that pass is just missed. DJ Dash is open. That should have been a first down in my opinion. Now Davis Bryson, the receiver, is the star player here for Kennesaw State. We got to try to contain him today as they go right to him immediately, get a first down. That's not a good sign. Our defense has not been very good today. Kennesaw State's looking to pass, going deep, and they got a guy wide open. We are not blocking anybody. Suarez is looking good as he goes to the screen game here. His back gets bottled up, but it's still a solid 4-yard gain on first down. 2nd and 6, Suarez again looking to pass. We got pressure in there, and down he goes. That's Quandell Russell with the big sack, forcing a 3rd and 10. Pressure in there again. Suarez on the move, and he can't escape Amani Nagy. That's a big-time sack ending this drive because Kennesaw State is surprisingly gonna punt here. I know it would have been hard to convert, but with their field position they gave up, just wasn't a good decision to punt there. We got the ball at the 30 as Benjamin picks up a couple there to start the drive. Back to Benjamin, and he's hitting the backfield again. Our blockers really need a lot of work up front. Our offensive line needs some serious development. 3rd and 6, Keenan Mills into coverage, and that's going to be intercepted. I don't know. He's the only one who can be there to get him down. Luckily, he does, but that's a big mistake. And again, our defense is stuck with terrible field position. I don't know what we're going to do here. Hopefully we can hold him to 3 or get some pressure on the quarterback as Suarez goes underneath. Short completion. 2nd and 6. Suarez pulls it on a read option. That's a nice run as he spins, makes it 3rd and 1. I thought he was going to get there on that spin move, but they're going to go to the ground game. Nobody there. Wide open. The seas completely parted there. I guess Moses was down on the field as that is a touchdown right there. Kennesaw State takes an early 7-0 lead. Out to the screen game. Quincy Porter getting the reception here. Nice, solid gain. Back to Quincy Porter. This time on the other side, he hits the gas. He shows that elite athleticism as he jukes it inside, spins, and gets a huge play. That's like 50 yards right there, or 40 yards for Quincy Porter. Big play. Back to the ground game. Aquan Benjamin's just bottled up. He can't go anywhere. He's getting hit in the gap immediately. Like, you can't be creative if nobody's blocking for you. And Zach Ward's dropping like that, passes like that. So it's going to be a field goal attempt that we're, of course, going to shank because I struggle at kicking kicks, man. We got to get better at that. We got to get in the lab and improve that. As we get nothing on that promising drive, Kennesaw State opens up here with a flag on the field. Hopefully that backs them up, and it does. Nullifies that play. It won't matter at all. So Suarez looking to pass, getting pressured up the middle. That's Lewis Carter getting the sack, making it 2nd down and 26. Huge play from our defense here. They're going to go to the read option and pull it with Suarez, and he just jukes Kerr out of his socks. Huge play, setting up 3rd down and 7. Suarez has a man. It's going to be a broken tackle. Lewis Carter rarely misses, and he did there, giving him that 1st down, keeping this drive alive for Suarez, who goes down the field, and we break it up. Nice play by Kershaw there. 2nd and 10. In coverage, Kerr's able to force that one out. That's what we like to see from our top corner. 3rd down and 10, Suarez. He's got all day in the pocket, but he holds on to it too long. We finally get a hit on him and force a punt. That's exactly what we're looking for here. Minute 32 left in the first quarter. That's a short gain to DJ Dash. We'll take it. 2nd down. We're going to toss and try to get the edge with Benjamin, and it didn't work. It's still going to be 3rd down and long here for us. Keenan Mills moving in the pocket, taking a sack. You know, it's feeling like this offense is very disjointed right now. We got to get it changed and figured out. That'll end the first quarter here. We are similar in yards to Kennesaw State, and we have better time of possession, but our yards per play are 2 yards per play less, and it feels so much worse than that. So hopefully we can get it figured out. That one play to Quincy Porter really helped us, as we're going to go to Benjamin here on 1st down. Bottled up and loses 2. 2nd down. It looks like Keenan Mills got a guy underneath. That's Broussard picking up a solid gain, but it's still 3rd and 7. A lot on his shoulders. Play action doesn't make a lot of sense there. It leads to an incompletion as pressure gets in on us. They're not going to bite on that fake. Got to call a better play there. But this could be the play that saves us. We get a hit and a fumble. That's going to be recovered by Quandell Russell. I believe it was number 21, Jaron Gilmore, who forced that one out. 1st and 15 following a holding or a false start on the first play. We go to Quincy Porter, and he goes in. Touchdown, Sharks. That is going to make this score tied at 7-all, despite feeling completely impossible as Andrew Woods misses a tackle there. That's a 5-yard pickup. Back to the ground game. We had somebody there, but they break the tackle once again. setting up 3rd down and 1. We got to stand tall here. Suarez pitches it, and there is nobody over there. This might be a touchdown. One guy to beat, and we get him down with Davian Kerr, the backside corner. He makes the tackle, but this is not looking pretty as we get immediate pressure on Suarez, and he missed his man who was coming open, thankfully. Back to the ground game, though. Kennesaw State, good run up the middle, but 3rd and 6 feels pretty good for our defense. We're going to send some pressure at Suarez, and he's going to run, and we get the tackle with Amani Nagy just short of the sticks, forcing them to settle for 3, making this a 10-7 ball game. That drive feels like a serious win for us, guys, as we're going to go to Quincy Porter again on the screen. He's going to juke. He's been really good on that play. We're going to have to try to get the ball in his hands a little bit quicker, as it's not working well otherwise right now, as Mills is going to tuck and run, slide, pick up what he can get there. Nice play. I'm happy with that as we got 2 minutes left till halftime. As you can see, Aquan Benjamin's out of the game here as that's going to be broken up. We tried to force it in there. 3rd down and 2. Let's just get the 1st down. Come on, Mills. He hits an open DJ Dash. We convert out around midfield here. Let's see if we can at least get into field goal range. We're going to send Dash in motion here. Looks like we got a guy open deep, but we can't get it off in time. Ward was coming open. 2nd down and 10. Motion the other way with DJ Dash. This is looking like Billy Napier's offense as we go to Dash underneath. He picks up a couple. I don't love that motion. It takes a guy out of the route a lot of times. But 3rd down and 5. Keenan Mills. DJ Dash is open, and he just misses him. I know Mills isn't the biggest target, but you got to be more accurate than that. Dash. And then on 4th down, we throw it into coverage. We tried to convert. Didn't matter. Kennesaw State ends up picking that one off. I don't really put too much on that one, on Mills. You got to try to do something. It's 4th down. Kennesaw State, though, does have a chance to answer as they got about a minute before halftime. That's a big completion right there to their top receiver. They told us to watch out for him, and he's been really good against us. As, again, they're going to cut us up in the middle of the field. We got to do better defending that in the second half. We got 30 seconds left, and right down the middle of the field, it's a touchdown. Kennesaw State to their top receiver. They told us to watch out for this guy, and we couldn't even cover him here. It's not looking good. I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm really disappointed. I thought this was a ball game we could win. It's 17-7 as we're in the 3rd quarter. They're going to hand it off and go in. Touchdown, Kennesaw State. I'm really frustrated at this point. It's 24-7. They end up settling for another field goal, making it 27-7. I had no expectation of this game going like this. And then, of course, Peters shanks another kick. We're leaving this game at 24-7 here with 1:09 left in the 3rd quarter. I don't know, man. I really don't know what to do at this point. We're heading into the 4th quarter, trailing big to a team we're clearly better than. At least we get into the end zone here. We find Tavon Amizi. Tavon Amizi did make that catch, making it 27 to hopefully 14 if we can get the extra point. It's really an adventure kicking for us. Luckily, we did get it through, but Kennesaw State's moved down the field once again, and we leave their top receiver completely wide open. Nobody there to cover him. I don't know what you're supposed to do there. That's not in the play call. That's simply on the players as they take a 33-14 lead. They go for 2, and they get it through. It's 35-14 with 3:01 left in the game. Mills let us down the field, checks it down. DJ Dash showing his speed, going in for a score. Touchdown, Sharks. It's hard to get excited when you're getting stomped out there 35-21 to your rivals that you're clearly better than. Looks like Suarez is going to add on more points here as he goes in. Touchdown, Kennesaw State. This is kind of an embarrassing episode for this team. I expected improvements, and I think we're playing worse in these games than what we played against the group or Power 5 opponents, Florida and Miami this year. At times, we just look completely disjointed, and I don't know. You guys are going to have to tell me down in the comments below how you feel about this performance, because I was very frustrated with it, and I don't know. I definitely feel like we could have played better. Curious if you guys like this style. It's a little bit more live commie as well. I figured I'd finish this episode off just talking through it instead of going super play-by-play. And yes, we went play-by-play, but I did this all in one cut for this entire game, just talking through it, telling you what I think, what I felt. But in the future, like I said, we're going to be a live comm format. And this is kind of my go at it initially, just to be a little bit raw and uncut to give me some practice. So Let me know what you guys thought about this game down in the comments below. If you're still sticking around, I appreciate you for watching. Consider hitting that like button. It would help boost the channel a little bit. You know, this here is brand new, so I'm just trying to help it grow. I produce content over on my main channel where I talk about the NFL draft and just general college football thoughts as well. If you want to look that up, it's JDF instead of JDG. It's just Jeff Dixon Football, but I shortened it up so that way it was easier to remember for y'all. But I'm excited for this series. I think we're going to be able to keep it going. I think we have a lot of good players. Like DJ Dash had a fantastic game in that one. He set the career receptions record here at Indian River. And he also broke the CUSA record for career receptions in a game. But the problem was it was really hard to celebrate it when we sucked. You know, he caught 20 balls for 153 yards and a touchdown, but we got blown out by a rival that's 10 points overall worse than us. So I was really embarrassed with this performance. We did get an upgrade here. We're going to go into our offensive line, lock them in. You know, we got to definitely get them improved here. Taking a look at our recruiting, news for this episode, we really don't have much to offer. We got a ton of 4 stars that we're in the lead for, but I'm scared as the season goes along, bigger schools are going to jump in and we could end up losing these guys. But for now, there's a lot of reason for optimism. We've looked pretty good. Next up, we got another team we should absolutely beat in Jacksonville State, but they have a pretty good record so far. And I don't know. After the way we played against Kennesaw State, how do I bet against these guys? But I want to thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. I'll catch you in the next one. I'm out.